Okay, I'll draw a quick... We'll start with a tourbillon. When we make a tourbillon, we'll fill the end of the tourbillon up with clay, and it's all pressed in. We also press a form in the end of it, and the form can take any shape that you really desire. Oh, a serpent or a fish, okay. And the reason for the clay, we try to get the clay shoulder to be a little bit wider here so it bites into the tube, so it won't get ejected out when it lights, because you do have a tapered hole down inside your comp, which can act like a small rocket engine. In other words, there'll be a lot of thrust there in the beginning, on the beginning of ignition. And if you don't have the right areas in here, it'll eject the clay, and it'll just slow down and just sort of be a lazy device going around up in there. It'll just lose its trajectory altogether. Okay, we have a couple different ways of making whistles. The old way is when we have 100 whistles and press them in a platen press. And you also, the question was what they look like. We do have a slight angles on the pins. And we have a pin sitting in the plate, whether it be indexing, rotating indexing, or flat plate. And the pin has a little bit of a flat shoulder on it, like that. That's what the pin looks like. The tube sits down over the top of it. The length of that is the resonating chamber for the whistle, whatever you decide you'd like to have there. But the angle there is, again, to help ignition. And also, again, it goes back to tubes again, if they can handle that angle of pressure. Because we press whistles considerably harder than we do these. We get real sneaky sometimes. And the smaller shells, if you put all the fuses out toward the middle, you can't get anything done. So what we do on the smaller shells, we just lay the fuses over to the edge so you can get into them. You just stick them in there, pour your brake powder in them, string them and paste them. 100% black powder.